I am Biohazard. This is an interesting one. Yeah, I'm God, and I am Biohazard. So this is gonna. There's a lot to explain here. Well, basically, my O, my circle, my anus, is bisexual. Okay. I was Jesus Christ. Okay, so you know what a crucifix is, and I've spoken about this many times in previous videos. The crucifix is associated with sodomy and Sodom and Egypt. So that's sodomy and bondage. Okay? So you know what anal sex is, and you know what BDSM is, don't you? Probably. So I was Jesus Christ. If you don't understand that, well, you obviously haven't read. you really haven't read much. If you want to know, go read the Book of Revelation. Go read chapter 11. Okay, about the two witnesses, and it will tell you there. Okay. Okay. So when I was a little boy, when I was about 7 years old, I got a PlayStation 1 for Christmas. And it came with a bunch of games. I got it from my mom, who she's dead, okay? She's dead now. So one of the games I got was Resident Evil. And the thing about that is, well, in Japan, it's called Biohazard. And the thing is that I'm God, and I am the most hazardous. I'm God. I'm the most powerful. So, I can create and bless, and I can also destroy and curse. Yeah, I can do those things as well. So I am the most hazardous. I'm the most dangerous. Okay, so biohazard. You know what a biohazard is? Well, if there's like a material, say radioactive material, well, that's considered a biohazard because it's radioactive. It's harmful to your health. So yeah, it's very interesting because in the time that I've been living, there's been all this talk about toxic males and toxic men. Yeah, and the song by Britney Spears, "Toxic." Yeah. So this is the thing, right? Because it's a magic thing, basically, and I've only just realized I needed to say something about this. So, I am Biohazard. But the thing is that the word biohazard is also associated with Resident Evil, which has become a little bit of a problem for me because I'm God. And my dead mum, her name was Fiona, or Fee. I like to call her Feces. Well, that's basically what she is, shit. I guess you would say that could be a biohazard as well, right? So, where the hell am I going with this? But the thing is that she's a very evil demon. right? And there are lots of evil demons, right? And they all want to say that I'm Biohazard, and so they're trying to confuse. They're trying to put a label of evil on me by calling me Resident Evil, Biohazard. Well, this is the thing, I mean, I'm a biological entity for a start. Yeah, you know what biography is, right? A biography. So, well, that's the thing. My mom was called Fee. I'm called Grant. That's the name of my birth certificate. So, biography, biography. Yeah, you've heard of graffiti. Yeah. Um. So, yes. But this is the thing. And obviously you've heard of the Bible. Yeah, you know what the Bible is. Yeah. Well, the thing is that my anus is a toro. In Spanish, toro actually means bull, by the way. But it's I tore it. Yeah, my butt. So I have a bisexual O. Yeah, a bi-O. And I'm hazardous, yeah. So in that sense, I'm biohazard. But the label of Resident Evil is a bit problematic for me. You see, yeah. I mean, when I played that game, Resident Evil, when I was a little boy, it was there was like a babysitter guy. He lived near my cousin's house. This was 30 years ago, and he used to come round, and we'd all hang out together. And he was a teenager, and he used to work at Woolworths, the shop, and he always used to come back. He'd bring games to play, and we played Resident Evil. I was a 5, 6, 7-year-old kid playing Resident Evil, and I loved it. I enjoyed playing those games. And I really liked I really liked Resident Evil 1 and 2. Well, 2 was my favorite. Yeah, the old 2, not the new one. I mean, the new Resident Evils. When I got to Resident Evil 4, I lost interest. Really, I mean, I think I've completed Resident Evil 4, but I think the last one I really liked was Resident Evil Code Veronica for the Dreamcast. And Resident Evil 2 for the Dreamcast, but that was the best one, basically, in my opinion. Whatever. I'm trying to explain that I am connected with the word biohazard. And the thing is that biohazard is what is the name of Resident Evil in Japan. Okay, so obviously you know what's happened in Japan. You know the stories about Japan. So you have they call it the land of the rising sun. Yeah? And obviously their flag is a sun on the flag. It's supposed to be like a reddish looking sun on a white flag. And obviously in 2011 they had a big earthquake and tsunami situation, and Fukushima, their nuclear power plant at Fukushima, was flooded and damaged, and it caused a lot of it became a serious biohazard. Yeah, and obviously the stories that they invented about Godzilla. He likes to eat radioactive stuff, and he's a radioactive gigantic monster that kills loads of people. Well, yeah. I have a lot of power. I'll tell you that much. I have a lot of power. But anyway, what else can I say about this? Well, it's very interesting actually, because for the last several years of my life, I've really struggled to keep my house clean. Like, it just seems that grime is everywhere, rubbish is everywhere. I feel like the home that I'm living in, it feels like I'm living in a biohazard situation all the time. It's fucking terrible. I'm always smoking. Um, smoke, 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 smoke. I don't open the windows, like hardly ever. Trash everywhere. And sometimes there can be some proper nasty smells as well. If something gets really smelly, I'll deal with it. But do you know what I mean? It's all about time. You see, it's all about time because I've got to spend my time trying to tell you I'm God, and I've got to figure out how to fix the situation. Well, people don't listen to me. So, and people keep doing all this witchcraft against me, right? They want to pretend that I'm biohazard, like I'm radioactive waste, or I'm Resident Evil, and shit like that. Yeah, yeah. This is why so much. This is why I don't get time to do anything else, because the world's constantly trying to put labels on me all the time. But anyways, it's yeah, it's not pleasant. I can't remember the last time I hoovered this house. I managed to wash my bed sheet. I managed to wash my bed sheets yesterday. I think it was yesterday, and I don't even know how long it had been before that. Like, I have no idea. I've got so much to do. I mean, when are people going to listen to me then? What has to happen before people take notice? So, that's basically all I wanted to explain. I am Biohazard, and explaining that, well, the thing is, I am bio, right? So my butt is bisexual. That's basically all I'm saying. Because in the Book of Revelation, it talks about God's throne in heaven, and it is encircled by a rainbow. Okay, so the throne of God is encircled by a rainbow. Okay, so I have a rainbow butt because, you see, I was Jesus Christ in the past. My past is my ass, and my ass is damaged like Jesus Christ was 2,000 years ago, right? I mean, even look at the number 2,000 years ago. You know what a number 2 is, right? You say, I'm going to do a number 2. Yeah? So the butt is associated with number 2. And sand as well. Sand, you know what sand is, yeah? You know what colour it looks like, yeah? Seen it? So, yeah, anyway. It's a... yeah. Whatever. So this is the thing. I am bio. Yeah, that's what it is. That's all it is. That's really all I can say. I mean, Resident Evil is... demons want to try to paint me as Resident Evil. And I'm telling you, I'm God. If you want to treat me like I'm evil, well, that's how you get destroyed. That's how you lose everything in your life. Everything will fall apart. Being my enemy is the worst decision you could make. Okay. You think that's enough? Okay, so I'll leave it there.